I could deal with that shot. Just a little something. I haven't been given any warning, and I'll tell you, people, uh, it's getting a little crazy. People are acting crazy. Just wanted to do a quick update. So I'm checking out some woods here. I'm parked facing them. This is kind of the view you get. It's not a bad view. I hope it's not too bad of a view for people. I'm gonna have a couple burgers. I'm gonna give some people some time to get into the room. This is something important that you do need to listen to. It's so important that I'll just go ahead and tell it now, and then you've got to check out, get the intel. Right now, we are fixing to have a lot of energy. It's already hit me. You may not pick up on it yet. Some of the other sensitives have. It hit me earlier today, and about midday, just about an hour ago, it really started hitting me. And I started being like, okay, I'm gonna put this out now. So we're supposed to have tomorrow. It's supposed to be the problem. The problem's today. We have a full moon that is closest to us, as close as the moon can be. And the reflection of light, think of the moon like a mirror. It only reflects a certain type of light from the sun. And on full moons, people get a little crazy and have more accidents and all this, wilding out. Well, when it's closer to us, it reflects more light, stronger, but then I ain't even done yet. I appreciate the like, I ain't even done it yet. Anyway, so much appreciated. So with it being closer to us, add on top of that the moon is going to be blocked by the earth. The earth is going to go between the moon and the sun, and we're going to have a full lunar eclipse. What happens when this happens is you get a lot of energy, and it's like you're reading in the dark or in the light. You're reading in a room with a light on, but it's at nighttime, and then somebody cuts the light off, and you're like, what? Somebody cut the light off. Why'd they do that? Well, it's not the light that you need, because at night, to you, well, to me, it's different. I'll explain that in a minute. I can see in moonlight, and I can see in no light. But to normal people, when they don't have a gift of the moon eye, it doesn't make any difference to them whether it's a full moon or a half of a moon. It really doesn't. They could care less. But let me tell you what's happening to your body. Your body, just like when you soak in sunlight, and that's vitamin D, and it's good for you because you're like a flower, especially the O bloodline, the angel DNA. This is what I'm saying. Especially them, because they're supposed to be in the light of God. I say us. Supposed to be in the light of God, but we're not, and so we crave that energy. Well, you're getting energy. Then somebody shuts it off. And you're like, what? And you don't understand why, but it affected you. And then imagine, because the way the curvature of the earth is, and any time that you have photons which carry light that bombard each other, they magnify themselves in speed and in energy and intensity. This is why you can take a magnifying glass, and if you take a magnifying glass and you focus the energy down, you could start a fire, you could kill ants with it, there's all kinds of things you can do with magnified, basically bombarded photons. You are taking the photons, and it's similar to water. When you reduce the amount of volume, you always gain pressure. So you're corralling them together, just like if you put your finger on the end of a water hose and it shoots further, but it shoots more of a acute positive stream. Sunlight, whenever it's traveling around an object, this is why during an eclipse, you look straight at it, you could go blind if it's an eclipse of the sun or any star that's that close, to a planet. So the light that's coming around the Earth is almost like it's of a lens. The Earth's the word I'm searching for, our atmosphere acts as a lens, not so much like a Fresnel lens, or the lens that they use for lighthouses. It's not all that refraction, it's just magnifying. And it's like, at first, it's like if you stop a train and then you keep adding cars to it and keep adding cars to it and keep adding cars to it, and then it's backed up and backed up and backed up, and then when it gets here, it's a whole lot of energy all at once, if it was a train full of energy. So all of this energy that's coming from the sun to the moon gets backed up and backed up, like train cars full of energy, backed up and backed up, and it's magnified. And it's multiple times stronger. We're already going through a part of our universe that's higher energy. We're going around the center of our galaxy, and the part we're going through is higher in energy. And we have a full moon that gives more brightness because it's closer and it's full of energy. And then you shut it off like a light switch, but you back it up, back it up, back it up, and then wham, it hits us all at once. So I explained it as best as I can. The sensitives are going to start feeling it earlier today. It's a lot, and it's going to make people act crazy. So this is why I'm putting it out here. If you might want to, what I call, because I've described it to a friend of mine, he didn't know what he was doing. He worked all the time, then he would want to just not be around people. I call it not peopling. This is what I told him. Yeah, you don't want to people for a while. You might do that for the next 4 days. And the reason why is, it's not because you can't control yourself, because if you're aware of this knowledge, you will be more cautious in your words. You'll be a lot more careful how you act around people. You'll be aware of it, and you'll be like, oh, so forewarned is forearmed, you know? You'll be like, oh, I need to like chill. I need to, everybody, this planet needs to chill, okay? Everybody needs to chill. But the ones that don't know about it, and they're all wilding out, you might wind up going into a truck stop, and somebody's about to flip his lid, and you say something that you think is just perfectly normal. And that guy takes it like you just hit him in the head with a load lock. I mean, what can you do with people that are just about to set it off? You know, they're like about to wild out, you know? Well, it's just not people, you know? I'm being honest with you. It's not a good time to people for the next 4 or 5 days. And if you have to, be mindful that people might take things that don't even make no sense the way they're going to act. And to the guys out there, I'm going to tell you this. I have told people this before, but I haven't done a video on this, but I'm going to put this out there now. And the women need to be aware of it. The women, I'm talking to the guys here, but the women can listen. They need to learn this too. The women out there, especially the old bloodline, not calling you out, is what it is. And you could be recessive, it doesn't matter. Different attributes hit you differently. People have different gifts. However, for the guys out there, you've been trying to figure out why she goes a little crazy once a month. You've been thinking, well, they say PMS, postmenstrual syndrome. Oh, that makes sense, right? No, not so much. And for the ones that are, you know, the O bloodline, and you have an issue, and the women, it's normal for you to have an odd cycle, for it to be 18 or 20 days instead of 30. This is normal for the angel DNA because they crammed all that DNA into a person. But that's not the cycle he's trying to figure out with. What makes her crazy once a month is her moon cycle. You need to look on the Farmer's Almanac. You need to look at the last time she gave you a whole bunch of mess on the phone and predict it to the next month. That's when they get a little crazy, a whole lot crazy and testy. Once you recognize this and learn this, you'll understand that this full moon is going to extend that if she's already on that for another 4 days. If it's not the time that she's already on that, this is still going to affect it, so add an extra one to your month. So now that you understand what I'm talking about. Nothing against the women out there, just telling the guys how to deal with it, and the women recognize it, and they're all probably raising their hand right now saying, oh yeah, I get a crazy one. And it's not the cycle. It's not premenstrual, it's post-moon cycle. It's still PMS, but it's post-moon. I'm teaching here. Don't take this personally. Understand its truth and its knowledge. This is medical. In the same way that they pass out with their eyes open, as the off switch God put into the angels to cast them into a lake of fire, and putting all that into me here, they get hot. You have to put a wet washcloth on their neck and a wet towel under their feet to stop it from happening. Teach them this, it don't have to happen in the first place. It's the same as the energy they put off, and babies jump into their arms. And for them, just understand, for the child, when this happens, the woman's like, oh, kids love me. No, the parent's sitting there telling you, no, nobody, this child don't go to nobody. What are you talking about? How is this possible? Oh, they slough it off and they just try to talk, oh, children love me. No, the last thing a child saw before it came here onto this planet was the wings of the angel that walked it to the precipice and pulls back the veil and allows the child to be born. Then when the child has been born and into this planet, they're ever searching for their angel. And they see one, they sense the protection of the angel wings. Not like how I sense the old bloodline, but they sense the angel wings, the protection. It's still the same. They jump into this person's arms. They're like, I found my angel. And then the woman goes to hand them back. And the child's like, wait, I just found you. I've been looking for, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the angel here gives that child permission to go to its parent. Says it's okay to go with this person. That's how the child sees it. And they are linked in and see the spirits until they sin. So when they play with the children, play with their play person in their room, their friend, their imaginary friend that don't exist, but you can show them through the pictures of your family, and they'll pick out a person. You'll say, oh no, that's your great grandmother, or that's your grandmother, or that's your uncle, or no, that's my friend. No, that's your uncle, or no, that's my friend. That's who I play with. They told you in your dream they were watching over them, but you don't listen. Then later the child affirms it. They are still sensitive, and they still see spirits until they sin. They try to stay connected. So the ones that sense the angels, after everything, they still have gifts. They just lose the ability to sense that. Now, I'm told I'm the one that I've still got that ability. This was given to me, and this is part of my healing, of me healing people. It's different. I sense the angels. I get information from them. Like the story I just told you about the child jumping into people's arms, and that's how they sense it. This is not in any book. So, just like on Jacob's ladder, the angels ascend and descend all the time. They come and talk to those who are listening, ears that can hear and eyes that can see. So I thought I'd impart this knowledge that there's people who are the sensitives, empaths. They are definitely feeling this energy because I'm feeling it. And I don't even think of myself as the most sensitive person. As a matter of fact, my empathedness, if you call it, my ability to feel other people's pain is limited just enough to tell me, oh, I'm supposed to tell you that there's a solution for that because I'm a healer. And then it's off. People who are full empaths, what I call a true empath. I call myself slightly empathic, but it's really strong, but then it shuts itself off. They ask me, how do you turn it off? I don't. I wish I had the answer for them for that. So if you're an empath and you know how to turn it off, there's a blue million people that have asked me, how do I make it so I don't feel people's pain? I don't even want to go to the grocery store. I can't be around all these people and all their pain. I sense things in a different way. When things are objects, amulets, things that people are wearing, and they have a meaning of someone's loss, I sense that pain. I sense the meaning of it. This is different also. So, but I thought I'd let you people know, especially the healers out there, you need to maybe withdraw a bit, and you won't have to worry about controlling your behavior as much if you're forewarned. But the other people you can't control. So people are going to be acting full on crazy. What can you say? Be aware of it. And it's been proven that hospitals fill up under full moons, jails fill up under full moons, people get crazy, and you know, they're already going to be drinking and driving at night and stuff. We got to watch for them already. Add to that a full moon and then shut it off and then come back and hit it with a bunch of train cars full of energy. These people are going to be affected. Even people that are not normally affected, even those that are not sensitive. So for the ones that are sensitive, teach the ones that don't. This starts now. The full moon eclipse is tomorrow. It's already started. I'm already getting the energy. I'm like, oh my God. So what can you do? But you can accept the energy, and it's going to make you stronger if you accept it. It's going to help you come out of the sad from the winter time if you haven't got any sunlight. Like I was saying, go take a load to Miami if you're a trucker, get in a tanning bed made for cancer patients where the bulbs are closest to sunlight. Do that twice a week, 7 to 10 minutes if you are just local, and that is a solution. You need that if you haven't been in the sunlight to get you out of this winter slump. But if you accept the energy that's coming and you say, I accept it, it's going to make you better at fixing things that are wrong and need to be worked on. It'll give you strength when you need it, evidently, because God set this thing up time-wise to happen tomorrow. But it's here right now. Anybody's got any questions, you can go ahead and talk. I'm gonna have a burger. I wanted to get that out right away so people know it's getting here now. So everybody just needs to chill. This is the be still and know God part. But know that especially those that are affected by light and energy, that's the light workers, the healers, the angels, and the sensitives, and the empaths. You need to be aware that it's happening right now. Accept the energy and take it as good. And you can block it. It doesn't matter. If you accept it, it's there. Just don't let it affect your behavior so that you yourself wind up in any kind of a fight, argument, and all, because it's happening now. So, you can't, it's not something that you can control how others act, only how you act. So while other people are wilding out, I'm not going to be peopling that much. There's certain people that I trust and know, and I can do lives. I do get energy from the other side of this. I do get energy through this. I'm getting energy right now. It's not negative. I'm getting listening and humbling and positivity and people that I'm getting attaboy. Yeah, good that you told that. So expect the full moon tomorrow, but expect the energy now. It started about an hour and a half ago. Something like that. So I'm gonna check this here. I got no comments. Anybody wants to make a comment, I'm gonna sit here and eat some fries and I'm gonna get out of here. God bless you people. So I didn't expect this. I was gonna do a live tonight and tell about it for tomorrow. It's happening now. I can feel it. I'm gonna roll down this window here. I had shut everything down so it wouldn't be loud, so I could do this and wouldn't feel like I was yelling over something. That's a nice little breeze. Yeah, that's positivity right there. So I'm having a Baconator fry or pub fry. The pub fry is better. The cheese is better, and a cheeseburger. And Yeah, in the midst of everything, I at least hope that the powers that be over different countries will keep their cool, not lead us into war during this time. I hope everybody can stand down, you know, for real, because they need to. I'm not saying there has to be a complete whatever between what's popping off with, you know, different countries right now, but I'm saying hopefully nothing new and worse and different comes of all of this energy. Don't let it affect you in your job. Am I going to be able to deal with this energy better than anybody else? No, probably worse, because I'm sensitive to it. But because I'm forewarned about it, I know it's coming. Like I can feel it right now. I'm breathing a little laboriously, a little. You see what I'm saying? And it's not even that hot in my truck. It's a stressful type of high energy that you can use to become, if you're empathic, more empathic. If you're a healer, it will help you to have more energy in that way if you focus it. So just be still and know God, people. You know, put your feet down on carpet with no shoes, even if you're wearing socks. Curl your toes into it like you're at the beach until you can finally stop moving. Let the firmament teach you to be still, and be still, because God doesn't want to deal with a pestilent child jumping all around. He's like, I'm gonna wait till you be still. That's the be still and know God. So you be still and pray and say, God, this is affecting me. Let it be a good thing. That's all. And stay away from people wilding out, because that's what's popping. That's what's going on right now. I'm telling you, believe it or not, I've seen it with my own eyes. A guy cussing in the bathroom. I'm like, what's going on? And I stopped myself here. I mean, I didn't say it, but I was thinking in my head, what's going on in here? But I didn't even stop myself from thinking it. I already know what's going on in here. People are being affected already. So God bless you, people. And be wise like that tree right there. That tree's smart enough to keep to itself. Trees are good at that. People are not so good at that. See if you can do that for about 4 days. And just keep to yourself. Because I'm telling you, that is the best advice I can give anybody. And you people will be able to deal with it even better than the sensitives, because it's going to hit us harder. We're already picking up on it. So it's been kind of crazy. It's already been rainy and starting to rain again. Traffic was a little bit nuts. I'm thinking it's probably died down now. I had to get fuel and take a quick break for a good hot minute and have a burger. Anyone want to say anything? Go ahead and say what you got to say, and then I got to go. That's all. God bless you all, people. I hope you're doing better than I am, because that's just the kind of person I am. You know? If you hadn't got lunch yet, get lunch. You gotta eat, people. You know. And I'm about to get off this thing. You know, since I'm having what they call on the radio dead air, because this is a radio show. Do this though. Sit back and watch the show, because people are gonna be acting a little funky. A lot of it's gonna make the news, and hopefully the bad won't drown out the good. That's all I got. I'm gonna get off this thing. Watch the moon cycle. Like I told the guys, you can predict what's going on. Not into next year, because there's 12 cycles of a moon in a year. 13 full moons if you want to get technical. Sometimes you look at it, you can't predict the next year the same day, because it won't be the same day. Not for moon cycles. They come back around every 9 years. So it'd be the same day in 9 years, but there's a whole lot of mess in between. This is going to add to the crazy time of the month. So instead of it being 3 to 4 days then that you want to go fishing, you might want to go fishing now. Except the weather is just kind of crazy. So God bless you, people. I'm gonna get off this thing. That's what I got. I'm imparting knowledge. I hope you pick it up, what I'm putting down. I'm out. Peace.